Aloha, y'all. It is Sunday, the 16th of March, named after the sun. I will talk about the astrology in a second, but I just want to show you the cards to give you a taste. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Devil card, and an Angel card, which I'll be pulling on Sundays just to keep the vibe check alive. So the sun is in Pisces, 26 degrees. Moon in Libra, 20 degrees. Mercury retrograding 9 degrees Aries. Venus retrograding 6 degrees Aries. They are conjunct by 3 degrees. Mars 19 Cancer. Jupiter 13 Gemini. Saturn 22 Pisces. That's conjunct the Sun by 4 degrees. Uranus 24 Taurus. Neptune 29 degrees. That is conjunct the Sun. Pluto 3 degrees Aquarius. North Node 27 degrees Pisces. So the North Node, Neptune, and the Sun are conjunct. And the North Node is conjunct on the other side of things with Saturn. So Black Moon Lilith is at 28 degrees Libra and Chiron at 21 Aries. The major aspects we're kind of aware of today. Jupiter is trining the Moon. The Moon is squaring Mars. Mars is sextiling Uranus. Mars is trining Saturn as well as the Sun, North Node, and Neptune conjunction. So, without further ado, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. If you are an earth sign, you're a pentacle. So it's about the material things, right? In the physical world, the material, pentacles. I think I said it, but I forget now. I'm spacing Mercury retrograde. If you're a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, you are an earth sign. You are this kind of suit. So, Eight of Pentacles, practice your skills, encouraging others to be their best, deep satisfaction of your work on page 176. Eight of Pentacles, I'm doing the work I was born to do. The Eight of Pentacles sets out a crystalline landscape with minerals of many facets in which a character is seen standing on a golden, elegant structure, fashioning and refining the elements of some exquisite space-time sculpture. Robotic, made of intricate parts and connections, but still in human form, it is clearly absorbed and attentive to the task at hand. Right, Pluto and Aquarius, Jupiter and Gemini. If this was a human being, perhaps an artist, we might assume he was in a state of flow, completely absorbed, honing and perfecting his skills, creating a meticulously detailed piece of work which expressed something essential about his existence. We may be able to delegate tasks to AI or robotic forms with robust efficiency, but to be conscious of the process of creation may well remain a uniquely human phenomena. To take on something intrinsically valuable and use our range of intelligences keeps something crucially alive in us. Education socializes us for the world of work. Jupiter and Gemini, we learn how to play the game. It has traditionally focused on external rewards and merits rather than internal intrinsic motivations. This will have to transform if we are to encourage people with flexible skill sets and knowledge to work across different disciplines and collaborate virtually, right? Saturn and Pisces. We're going to have to adapt and go with the flow. Uranus and Taurus, change up the game. The Eight of Pentacles, and rethink how we act in the world and how we operate and how we love in the world, right? Mercury and Venus both conjunct and retrograde, both of them in Aries, Chiron and Aries. The Eight of Pentacles invites you to look deeply into your world of work and review those projects and moments where you felt most alive, most inspired, most capable, most absorbed and joyful. Look at where you need to apply yourself fully and feel the joy in doing of it. Jupiter and Gemini. Of doing it well and to your fullest competency. In the card, the character has many characteristics of a robot, yet it still remains a human form and is clearly absorbed in the task. I'm playing with the possibility that no matter how much we may become enhanced beings, quote unquote, the sense of our own corporeal existence will be seen as a treasure. North Node conjunct the Sun and Neptune in Pisces. Like we are magical little things. If you've neglected your physical form, then this card is calling you to use it and fully experience it. Chiron in Aries, Venus in Aries retrograde. If you've neglected to stretch your mind, Mercury in retrograde. Now is the time to indulge in the amazing fact you can extend yourself, touch the lives of others by creating solutions. When you're willing to put in the real work to bring something about, it enhances your innate sense of being and you become absorbed in life. So practice your skills, encourage others to be their best in a deep satisfaction of your work. The clarifying card is the Devil card. I've written music to all the major arcana, so I'll put the link to the song that I wrote for this called They Call Me the Devil in the comments. But the Devil card is the clarifier. He's just doing the work he was designed to do, right? There's got to be a Judas to pull the trigger, right? Kind of thing. So on page 52 cards, the number of playing cards, ironically, in the game of life, Jupiter and Gemini. And Jupiter and Gemini's trickster. It talks about trickster energy, right? I am the master deceiver, and it's time to break the spell. Embrace your inner trickster. Give in to temptations. Make choices based on impulse rather than desire, deceiving yourself and feeling hopeless, right? We could be deceiving ourselves and have been doing so for a while, right? Neptune and Pisces conjunct the sun. It's like, oh, I'm just kind of going with the flow and I don't know what to do. Chiron and Aries, but it's time to do the work. It's time to stop getting lost on side quests. You know, Jiminy Cricket's like, hey, Pinocchio, go to school. And then you get the fox and all these other dudes saying, hey, life, be an actor. Life could be, you know, I forget the songs now from Pinocchio, but hi, diddly-dee, let's go play all day and be an actor. An actor's life for me, right? A trickster, right? Something, maybe acting is Pinocchio's karma or dharma. But ultimately, we have real work to do, and it's going to look very different for each of us. It's going to be in the world practically, right? Not all of us are supposed to go sit in a cave and say Om all day. That's just not how it works, though we have to do the work, inner as well as outer. The manifestation of our nature is to expose our dreams to the real world, right? Holler for a reading. I can kind of tell you based on your chart or some cards what your job, what your dharma in this dream is. But let's not deceive ourselves and think everyone's going to be an NBA star, everyone's going to be a pop star, everyone's going to be the president or whatever, right? It's just not like that. Like, we have to get out of our addiction to illusion and then use the dream, our imagination, use the illusions that are healthy to build a better world. If you build it, they will come, right? Make the world a better place. So the last card I'm going to show y'all on Sundays is an angel card. Very cool smoke little creation. I've had the creator of this, the Wizard of Odd, on my podcast a few times. I've also had the creator of this deck, the Starman Tarot, on my podcast a few times. If you don't know, Team Rabbit Hole podcast, get in on that action. We're on episode 302 now. So this is Mumia, M-U-M-I-A-H. It is the angel of endings and rebirth, right? So I live, I die, and I am reborn only to become a better soul, right? That's the work. That's the great alchemy. The great work, capital G, capital W, right? That's what we're transmuting from lead to gold. Even though we have old Georgie on our shoulder saying, hey, don't do this, it's too hard, take a day off, whatever. Hey, have a fourth drink. Hey, whatever, snort that line, whatever. I'm not saying to do that. We've got the angel Mumia helping us out. So it says on here, Psalm 116, return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. Very old English. So some of the qualities here are rebirth, right? Being greatly receptive to psychic abilities and mystical experiences. New beginnings. North Node conjunct Sun in Neptune and Pisces. But we have work to do. Saturn and Pisces, right? It's not just about sleeping. And how are we getting in our own way, right? Mercury and Venus retrograde in Aries. Chiron and Aries. Chiron opposite Black Moon and Lilith and Libra. How are we how are we shutting up our Jiminy Crickets and listening to the demons, basically? We got to be aware of that. It's going to happen no matter what. We're going to hit turbulence in the airwaves, but we are helped and guided from above, knowing that this too shall pass, and it's part of the grand Ouroboros cycle. And I should say, this just reminded me how much that looks, how it matches. That's cool. Synchronistic. I'm actually having the creator of this and much more cool art, Samuel Ferrand, on the podcast on April 1st. So look for that. In any way, I digress, right? Life is but a dream. If you've seen this anime, this kind of the finale of the whole thing, Cowboy Bebop, well worth your time. Two seasons and some of the best music and storytelling there is in terms of anime. Check it out. Life is but a dream, but the dream is to do the work and to alchemize and transform. Don't just sit on the sidelines and say you're the victim, right? Know that even when you feel hopeless, that too will end, and the cycle will begin again in a new way for you to level up. If you've enjoyed this, leave a tip. Greatly appreciate it. Tag somebody that you know, whether it's friend or family. Tag somebody you don't know if you want to be really kind of a trickster about it, and spread the love. Holler for readings. I've got 5-star reviews, so you know you'll get top shelf stuffs. And enjoy your Sunday. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Adios.